Welcome back. In this session, we are going to understand this business process flow. This is we are testing this in a subcontract procurement process. See, this is a subcontract purchase requisition. Then we created purchase order. Next, this is the time to issue the component to subcontractor. We already understand this business process while discussing subcontracting process. This process we understand complete end-to-end subcontracting procurement. What is the change from previous scenario to this scenario? In this scenario, we need the components to be issued to the subcontract, but we don't have any component in our premises. What we are going to do here, we are going to create one purchase requisition purchase order for components. We are going to instruct this vendor deliver this component directly to the subcontract vendor. So once he delivers this physical components to subcontract vendor, this component vendor will send us these details, GR details and invoice for accounting. Then we have to do the goods receipt. This is called a logical receipt because to account for the components issued to the subcontract, we need to do this GR. Then invoice verification and payment to this component vendor. What is the difference? In previous step, we procured these components. So here, before creating purchase order for subcontracting, we procured these goods and we issued the components from our premises to the vendor. Coming to this scenario, we are not going to issue anything directly. Rather, this component vendor will directly deliver this good to subcontract vendor, and he is going to send us the GR details and invoice details for accounting in our organization. Let us see this in the system. We need to create a purchase requisition, subcontract purchase order, and then we will start this process. These are the steps mentioned here. Create a material master. Here we are not going to create any new material master. Since we already created one here, we can use the same. Now create a BOM. We already completed this step in previous scenario. We are not going to create any new one. This step also completed. Create a subcontract purchase order. Before creating subcontract purchase order, what I am going to do? I am going to check the quantities available for this component 1 and component 2. To not to have confusion, I am going to make it 0. See, right now we have in storage location 0001. This is the quantity available for this one, component 1, 199 component 2. So before starting this testing, I am going to issue this component 1 and component 2 for cost center consumption. Go to MIGO. No need to create any PO here. Here select goods issue. Here select 201 goods issue for cost center. Press enter. Here you need to select other. Remove this as well. We are not going to issue special stock. Now enter the material here. Take the first component. Press enter. Quantity. What is the available quantity? To make it 0. 248. Ware plant 8801 storage location 3001. This is available in this storage location. Account assignment. Here I am going to use consumables GL. If you want to use other GL, you can use, but you need to create a cost element for other GL. This is the GL account. Scenario 2, GL account. This is my GL account. Here cost center 1000. We already created this. Take any cost center created at the time of testing consumables. Now this item is okay. Next step, add this item as well, component 2. Click on next. This material presenter quantity, available quantity for component 2. This is the quantity available. Take this from 8801 plant 0001 storage location. Account assignment, same account assignment. Check for consistency. See, we don't have any consistency issues here. Post this. Check this document. This is the document posted. Now go and check the stock balance. See, right now we have 199, 248. Go back, execute this again. We don't have any stock here to issue this stock to subcontract vendor. Now we are going to create a subcontract purchase order. This we will see in the next step.